self-care, appearance, the whole shebang.
And how it defines you. Yeah, a lot of people do not know that how you look determines a lot about where you can end up actually in this life.
Yes, we want to view appearance from the beholder's perspective.
Yeah.
Like, have you ever wondered, like, of course I know you wonder, but have you ever thought about it? Like, there's a way people have a mindset already, like it's just a natural ability that I think we're given, God-given ability, that when you look at someone, before they even utter a word, obviously
You have
there's
some
something
judgment
running through in your mind.
Yeah.
Right? According to the way someone is dressed.
Which can be good or bad. Positive or negative, yes.
Yes. So, for example, I was watching a show. It's a reality show. And the guy was a police officer, but he disguised himself as a stripper. And guess what? He was the first one to be eliminated because people were perceiving him as a stripper. He wants money. It was a money show. And it wasn't about getting to know him. Honestly, he said he's a police officer. Therefore, he's a
that means already currently
he's a trusted
irresponsible human being,
in society. Someone you would really want to give credit to, right?
The fact that said he was once.
He was a stripper. No, he said I am a stripper. And even the way he was dressed, half of his buttons were unbuttoned. So people are taking that, right, before he even spoke. Now the whole point here is, before you even say a word, people are looking out at you. They're looking at your appearance, they're looking at your hair, they're looking at everything. Now, for example, I'm here and people are looking at my nails. Hey, mama, ngata ina ako nail polish. People.
Yes.
So appearance.
A lot of opportunities can we can land on a lot of opportunities because of the way we look. We can miss out on a lot of opportunities also because of the way we look. Giving an example, like when you go for a job, to look for a job, how you're dressed speaks a lot about how if they're going to give you a chance or not. You know that some people enter into the room and automatically they cancel on their papers. Like, we have no business with this person. This is because mainly of how you appear, how you presented yourself to them, the first impression.
And another thing, appearance, mainly if you're walking into offices, regardless of whether you're asking for a job or not. I remember there's a time someone I know was going for, like, over to go for a passport, that small interview that they do. And then I told him, please dress well. You know, he's a teenager. Please dress right. He went putting on over Vichy. They told him, no, come back next time. You understand? And you remember also the controversy that was on media when Nwaji went to the passport office.
In slipper. Just weirdly. Okay, I remember.
Weirdly. So there is some kind of respect that has to be put on offices. Like, if you
can't go in someone's office wearing slippers.
It's kind of disrespectful
for them.
For them.
Much as you may not matter. You know, you may not matter in that office. I mean, if they don't give you a passport, do they lose anything? But I mean, for the respect of their work environment, some people require you to be dressed in a responsible way. Let them not see thugs entering their office. Because I mean,
yes, even hotels, you go. So there are some hotels you dress rubbishly. You know, there's a way.
They look at you.
Everyone they're giving you the side eye.
They're following you everywhere you're going. You may go to steal their chairs.
Supermarkets.
Yes.
Supermarkets. There are supermarkets. Bakutambulirako. Paka. Wafuluma. You get? Like, these are all examples of people, of people judging you just by your appearance.
Yes.
You know, and then they take action only because of your appearance. Omuntu ayinza okubaka, for example, yakedde kumacha bambi, abadde busy, neyambala byasanze nagenda supermarket. People in the supermarket are going to think we're mubbi. or something like that. There are so many instances where we've seen someone is really judging you because of how you have appeared.
But it is important for us to work on that. You know why? Because many times we lie to ourselves that no, it's just for my comfort. I'm just comfortable in shorts. I'm just comfortable in slippers all the time. So I just happen to need to go to that office when I was in slippers. But at the end of the day, it's like you need to work on it. You need to edit your comfort. That's what I can say. You're not going to go around in town wearing leggings and a top simply because it's for your comfort. At the end of the day, people are looking at you. People can even snap you. You may not be a celebrity, but you never know. There is times where you find yourself in a crowd picture, and I mean it will be displayed for the rest of your life. It will be out there for the rest of your life. And it can yes, it's so sometimes it's this guys that's comfort.
Yeah. So now we bring our point. Appearance. So guys, I feel like people should have challenge, like set their own goals and challenges, things that they should be like, hey, me, this is how I dress. You know, me, I dress to impress. When I leave my home, I have to dress to impress. I have to look good. Like, because let me tell you, you realize that there are times when woyambala, regardless of whether you're smart, you feel like your appearance is lacking somewhere according to the place you're going to. Or watch it again. Because there are times you dress and you're like, but like this, I will go to maybe Sheraton. If I'm going to dress like this, maybe I'm going to a supermarket or something. Or watch it again. So what it was otagenda however much you're smart, what was ezitagwana agenda mu kifo ekimu, you get
Inappropriate.
So, yes, very inappropriate. So someone has to make sure that for me these are my standards, this is how I dress. I think it's that people have lost sight of what society really perceives of us, the way we in terms of how we wear and how we dress. You know, growing up, I feel like there are some kinds of things that we're not allowed to wear. For example, me growing up, trousers. I wasn't allowed to, I didn't feel comfortable in trousers because it's not something that my parents really
Validated.
Yes, they never validated that. So later on, I think in around high school is when I transitioned into it. But it was also hard for me, right? Because it's not in line with what I know or what I perceive as decent. Trousers were not something that I perceived as decent, right? So that was my own setting that was determined by society and the way I was brought up, right?
But that for me sometimes comes in like a limitation. Sometimes for us to look good, you never know what looks good on you. So you need to kind of get out of your way, your own setting that you know. Now, when you got out of your normal setting that you knew, skirts, dresses, and then now you try to explore the trousers, do you realize that you got a lot of comments? Oh, you look good. Oh, this and this, you know? So, because you got out of your normal setting, there are people who don't look good because they fear to explore what could be out there for them. Like, just the same example that you gave. Like, if you had been scared to wear trousers, you know, if you were scared to try out trousers, then you would still remain in the kind of setting that you're in. And probably you would even never advance in the way that you look, because for you want to be held on to hold on to only what you know. But getting out of your way can help you. Now, like for me, I made a resolution and told myself that, you know what, this year I have to make sure that I do all the things. I try out, not in the bad way, but I try out the things that I have never tried. You get? If I have not been wearing trousers, I am going to start wearing trousers. If I've not been wearing skirts, I'm going to start wearing skirts. So you never know what could look good on you. That's why you need to a little bit be open, such that you get out of your way and find out what could look good on you.
Yeah, you're right. So, well, now let's talk about how society or how appearance is an important element in someone's day-to-day life. You know?
Yeah.
Now, for example, when it comes to attraction and likability, like from different people and all that, when you look into it, regardless of whether it's just making friends or meeting a partner or something, it's usually your appearance that is their first main attraction, right? It's their first impressions of you.
Of course.
Right? Because I remember in one of our episodes I told you that there is some kind of man that someone can be like, don't talk to me. Please don't talk to me.
Don't even come close to me.
Come close. Why? But I was only judging the physical part of it. Right? Because truth is, whether we believe it or not, our physical appearance has a lot to do with the kind of people we meet and the kind of friendships that
we attract. Yes.
that we attract. So I'm thinking that there are people out there, nakola oba kavirike or whatever, oba nayambala katete, whichever way. For example, yesterday, is it here? I was in town and a lady bypassed in town, and everyone was saying, "Ali you get?
She's naked.
There is a way that society really knows, or maybe in Africa, that we have said that when someone does this and for example, someone can put on their short so in terms of attraction, what are you really attracting when you dress like that? Who is going to like you? What is your purpose? What are you looking out for?
What message?
What message are you bringing out to the world? Right? So it's basically so
that kind, like what you're trying to say is how you display yourself is exactly how people are going to perceive you, because they know nothing about you. You have not explained yourself that I'm an executive, a CEO. I am, I do this and this. I'm a responsible person. It's just that I am wearing this because I'm feeling hot, or maybe the lady took all my clothes and now I had nothing to wear, but I had to come to. I mean, you're not going to write all that. You're not going to explain that to anyone. So they are going to just judge you as it is. So how you want to be judged is how you should display yourself.
In other words, how you're dressed is a first description
of who you are. Yes.
Your definition. If I am describing you, for example, if I've just seen you, I will talk about your appearance.
Right.
Hey, she was this, she was this, she was this. But
she looked responsible. That's why people even get surprised when they say, the person was a thief. The suit.
Gentleman.
Like, so it is a little bit surprising when they're caught off guard, because they know thieves have a certain kind of way. Yes. And they have a certain kind of way they look, they smell. But nowadays,
gentle things.
Yes. So anyways,
now we've talked about appearance, but some people might think that when someone wants to look good, they want to look professional, they want to look outstanding, that it is expensive, that self-care might be out of reach, right? That it could be expensive. I mean, when you look at, for example, you, my friend, the wig is on point, the suit is on point. You understand? Someone else out there might be like, that is too expensive for me. Probably let me stay in my lane.
I would want to look like that, but maybe I can't manage.
Yes.
But well, let me break it down like this. Looking good, the appearance that we're talking about involves starting from the hair.
Yes.
Now, as ladies, it's the hair. Is it plaited? Does it have too much growth? Is it, there's this dandruff, like there's that kind of hairstyles that people get, and then you visibly see their dandruff being seen. So now for the hair, there's always a way to do it. Be aware that I don't have money for this, so how best can I make this look good? Exactly. There are a lot of YouTube tutorials where you can move out with a how do they call it? That scarf. Yes, that kind of scarf. You style it, and then your hair looks good. Then only the braids are the ones that are showing this and that. So you have a way. You need to be aware of what you have and what you don't have. If you have the money, you go and play it. My hair is now old enough. I need to go and repair, or I need to go and have a new hairstyle. So it's not only about the hair. We come to the body. How do you look? How do you look? Do you just move out when your lips are just dry like that? Do you move out with nothing totally? Your skin is dry, you're just as you are, which is not a bad thing. We can say that those people are probably embracing themselves. But sometimes when you look like tewe fako,
yeah, it shows.
Obelanga, it's like I don't know. Like you're displaying your problems. Sometimes we can have problems, but we don't look like them,
When it comes to self-care, because there's so many facial things like lotions, creams,
Scrubs, lipsticks.
Yes. So it doesn't matter what you
use,
what you've had or what. There are so many places in town that you can go to and explain to them your budget, right? And then they can get you a very good skincare routine that can fit your skin. And first, we're talking from the perspective of it is doable. You get
like don't ignore taking care of yourself because you think it's expensive.
It is doable, right? It is doable. And you can improvise. For example, I could think of a lady who feels like maybe 30K is a lot to pay for nails
per month.
Probably can for press-ons that every time I'm going for an event or something, I put on my press-ons. Like quite your time, at least when you're at the event, you really look outstanding. You get yourself proper makeups, like simple makeups you can do.
You don't need to have the expensive lipsticks because like those. Okay, this is how it is. Social media has made it has made maybe the low budget people to feel like maybe our kind of self-care, our kind of skincare or self-care it's going to be hard for us because the big brands are the ones that are advertising so much.
Their products are good. I mean,
yes, their products are good, but we're speaking for the low budget people. Now, when these products are many out there, these people are going to go and inquire. Okay, I'll go and find out that a lipstick is 212,000. Then when and then you get intimidated by that. You're like, no, just a lipstick. I've not yet put the mascara. I've not yet added the the lotion. I've not yet added the oil, the serum and all those things. So you're asking yourself, skincare is going to have to take me like 1.5 per month. How am I going to do that? Yes, anyway. Because I'm not going to go and rob a bank because I want to look good. So, but now we are trying to tell you that don't be given this image of there are only expensive brands out there and they are the only ones that can make you look good. Yes, we know that they are capable of doing that, but you can still find what suits you in your budget. There's a lady I found, I think was still at campus, we're doing internship. And there's a lady I found, she was looking so nice. Being the bold person that I am, I went and asked her, hello. She was actually selling something. I told her, I'm sorry, I'm not going to buy what you're selling, but I wanted to ask you, what do you use on your skin? What do you use to look that good? Yeah, you can always ask someone, So she told me something that she was using. And when I went to check it up, it was very, very affordable. Like anyone would use it. That means you should go to those shops and then check out what could work out for you. Like bagambe njagala koku ebintu ebikola maybe soaps. Okay, soaps. Notandikira ku soaps ne bakuwa options nga butaano n'olondamu. Be try and error. You can also invent your own thing that works for you because it's your own skin, your own skin type. Different things, something that may work for me may not work for you.
Yeah, and I've seen ladies online, when it comes to their hair, they're looking for organic ways of, mix avocado with cloves, with rosemary, and then you create this nice hair mask, and then you put in your hair. So there are a lot of ways that are not necessarily expensive. They might be a lot of work, but they'll produce the same result as
Yeah, as the
Something
other one. Therefore, do not give up on taking care of yourself. Then now, next point on appearance, the clothes that you wear, those ones we talked about them. How you're dressed determines a lot.
For example, there is a lady that I've been seeing her for years, but for me, she was dressing in a weird way. Probably because maybe she was working on radio initially, and maybe on radio appearance is not so important. I don't know.
But as you're going to the radio,
So
people see you.
I used to see her putting on. I'm like, But recently,
No much attention.
Yeah, no much attention. But recently, I saw her. To me, she was dressed for her age. Initially, she wasn't dressed for her age. Therefore, I wasn't really interested in who she is exactly. But after a while, after seeing her recently, I'm like, whoa.
So she has all this.
Yes, I saw her putting on a nice suit. I saw her putting on very nice dresses. Like her, the way she was dressed, it was really age appropriate. You know, so most times people strive to want to put on like teenagers or young girls, and instead they reverse the things. They start looking older than what
Than their
really
own
want.
age.
They really want to display. So it is wise that when you're choosing clothes, choose clothes that are really age appropriate.
That are going to flatter you as well. Because
imagine my judge are putting on this dress. What are you thinking? You get? So the whole point here is dress appropriately for your age. The people I see dressing in leggings. You know those I hear about heavy-bodied, or what should I say? Thick leggings. Those ones. I see them in town, but sometimes the leggings are not really for a particular age, right?
Even a certain body type.
So while we are talking about this, I wanted to highlight that as well. That sometimes you might try to look younger, but instead make yourself look
older. Yeah, on that same point of appearance, it also adds on the point of attraction that you mentioned. In case you're a single lady out there, how you dress also determines the kind of person that you're going to find, or how the person is going to see you. Remember, we're talking about the beholder, the one seeing you. So when this person looks at you and is attracted to you, maybe they can get attracted to your face, and then they look here and they're like, but you know, they'll judge. Of course, you can't stop people from judging, so they will judge, and then they'll think that, you know, you can lose a potential because of the way you dress. That was the point. Then another thing, when you're also in your marriage, you need to also always level up. Yes, don't always look bad, because I mean, you're already taken, you're already chosen. I mean, you know, the man has nowhere he's going. These men, yes, when you look good, they will also see it, that my husband is in naku, you know. And if you keep on deteriorating all the time, that's when they're going to go and look for the women who look good. Like, your man is going to stop getting attracted to you. So the attraction doesn't only come in from the side of when you're getting. Even your children,
the times I see my daughter like from the balcony saying, that is my mommy,
and you're smart,
and I'm smart. I think it's she's really proud of me, and she's like, yeah, my mommy looks
really
good.
takes care of herself. Yes, I mean, who wouldn't want to have a beautiful, smart looking, you know, mother? So anyways, on the part of dressing, it will come back to the same point that I mentioned above, where we said that a lot of publicity is on the expensive products. So you find that the products that are good, the clothes that are good out there, are probably 200,000 and above, 500. You know, you look at a celebrity, they're wearing a certain very nice cloth and all that, and then when you go to check out its price, it's almost like 500,000, and then you feel like you can't manage. Or maybe you think that when you go downtown or when you go to wherever, the smaller points, you're going to find that sometimes, or your celebrity chayamba, it's not even for your body type.
Exactly.
Go and look for what suits your body, and then, you know, it could flatter you. It doesn't mean that because you're not in the high end, or because you're not wearing an expensive cloth, that's when you're going to be perceived as. So recently there is a lady I saw. She was telling us that just because it fits doesn't mean that you should wear it. You know, so if the leggings fit you, it's not a must
that you should wear
if the bikers fit you, doesn't mean that you should wear them, you know, when moving out. Look for what suits your body. Look for what flatters your body. If you wear a jean, if you wear a cloth and it's, you know, like so tight and then making your stomach protrude and all those things, you know, that kind of uncomfort that you get when you wear certain clothes, that means that go and look for a bigger size. Go and look for a bigger size that is not going to press your stomach, that is not going to show it. If you know that you're insecure about your stomach, go and look for a size that is going to cover, that doesn't, you know, but in the same quality of cloth that you want. So it doesn't mean that because it fits you have to wear it, you have to force yourself, because it's on Mulembe, because that's what everyone is wearing, you're going to feel a certain way. Please look for things that flatter you. You know, you can be a plus-sized woman and still find things that flatter you, that make you look classy, that make you look good. It doesn't mean that when you're big you have a problem, or you'll have to first lose weight for you to start taking care of yourself.
Yeah, very, very, very right. So ladies, for me, let me talk about hair. So normally people change hair every month. Personally, that's what I do, right? But then wigs, for me, I feel like they are more economical, should I say. I feel like they save me more money, because I know that if I buy my wig and take care of it right, it will do me justice for a long
really
period
long
of time, right? Not the same as this hairstyle, for example, right? That I'm going to have maybe a month later and it's down, right? But if I get my wig, buy my wig, could be like 200, 300, right? But guess what? If you look into it, like our normal hairstyles cost like relatively 100, 80,000. That's the range of a normal hairstyle, you guys know, right? But if you buy your wig like 200 or 300, right? If you take care of it right, it can take you a while. It can take you a really good while, right? So don't overlook at maybe this month you don't have the money for that. But how about you purchase yourself a wig
that's long lasting?
Yeah, and you just learn how to take care of it. It is more long lasting, and besides, it will always, with a wig, you will change styles, you'll change this, you'll change that, you can iron it, you can put skulls, whichever way, you know. So for me, I find it one of the economical ways of saving me money when it comes to hair, right? So like, we're still trying to emphasize different ways that someone
can still look good to their maximum at all costs.
Yes.
At all costs.
Then nowadays we have people who are doing these eyebrows.
The permanent.
Yes, semi-permanent.
Semi-permanent.
That are lasting a while.
Yeah, 3 to 5 years.
So we find ladies who will keep on telling them do makeup, but they can't even construct a small, just, you know, eyebrow. So just go to those people. I feel like the price is quite okay depending on how long, because
of where are you going as well.
Yes, they both say it takes 6 months. You pay a particular amount, and then for 6 months you're not going to care about
your eyebrows.
Yeah,
at least that's, you have other things to worry about.
Yes, worry about other things, but you know that, hey, my friend,
eyebrow sorted.
That is sorted.
Then there are also lashes. There are people who now implant, I don't know how they call it, but they fix eyelashes inside your lashes, such that you have long enough lashes, but when you can wash, you can wash, shower, you can shower, you can do everything that you can with them, and then they take quite a long time as well.
And then there are ladies who sometimes feel like maybe their bust area is hard to take care of. Like, for example, when it comes to buying maybe their bras and the upper parts things, right? But there are so many places we have that sell bras for plus size ladies, right? You realize that Uganda is blessed and therefore its ladies also
with
are
milk.
Blessed. Yes. So if you're someone who is worried about that area and you feel like it lets you down, maybe you go to downtown, you
To
can't
those
even find any
places.
that can actually work. There are places uptown that have created a space for ladies to be able
Still
to
wear
get,
your bra and
yes,
still look
the
good in
perfect
clothes.
size, right? For me, I felt like that was so empowering.
Yeah,
I felt
because
like before
before
there
we used
was
to
a
have
particular
women.
size that was left out.
Yes, you're right. Like they would wear a bra and you'd visibly see it in the cloth that it's saggy, it's still sagging, and then there's where the bra stops. You know, that kind of thing. Yeah. So if such things have been sorted, then we should really.
Yes, these are all ways that women are trying to come through for themselves.
Yes, remember, we are flowers. We're supposed to either be plucked, you know, and taken care of. So before they pluck you, how are you looking? Are you this flower that is black? Are you the bright flower? Are you the morning glory, the one that's smelling nice, the one that's, you know, looking fresh
The
and all
rose.
that? Yes. Are you the rose? What kind of flower are you?
Yeah.
And what kind of bee are you going to attract to come and pollinate you? Anyways,
Appearance. We're
Yes.
trying to sum it up, but appearance is really important.
yes, another point on appearance is surely taking care of your body. Now, this is your real body. For example, as the women, we have challenges with weight. You know, you can gain weight because of various issues. You know, it can be your body type as well.
Stress.
It can be stress. It can be you just given birth. Our body really changes. It's not really like the men. But our body easily changes. So if you don't really watch your body and where it's going, you can lose it, you know. And then you start instead losing your self-esteem. You start just looking at your old pictures and you're like, "Kalendari kalungi," and yet you can still do something about it. Nari kalungi nga ndi katono, naye kati oshege. Kale nari kalungi nga sinafuna pimple, naye kati, you know, like you've lost it. Now you're just instead wishing, yet you can work on it.
I personally think that weight loss or weight gain, mainly weight loss, should be intentional.
Of course.
In everything that we do, because we eat every day, we do different things every day. If you need to find out what triggers your weight. Some people it's stress, right? Avoid stressing yourself. It is avoidable. Some people say stress is unavoidable. It's avoidable. You can set a mindset that I choose not to worry about things like this, because you know they're going to bring you stress, and stress is equivalent in your life to weight. Right? But because of maybe the work I do, I get to eat a lot of junk and all that.
I
You
don't
need
have
to watch
time.
that out. And therefore, if your lunch is consisting maybe of junk food every day, like maybe at work, you can say maybe in the morning, I try and make myself a meal before I go to work. Like you need to be intentional with it. If maybe your weight, maybe someone's weight is triggered by what else could really trigger weight?
Appetite. People who have abnormal appetites,
Abnormal appetite.
like for them, their mouth doesn't really feel good when it's not chewing.
You need to be intentional with it. Also, someone that cares. If you see me eating in the next 2 hours, you get.
Yes.
At least let me eat in the next 4 hours or 5 hours. Don't let me. Because if you're intentional about something, usually you achieve it.
You know, actually, in addition to weight management, you can also set aside time for working out. You guys, working out is supposed to be like a forever thing.
Working out is hard. That is why I really
hard.
thought
People should really work out, not with the intention of losing weight as such, but with the intention of just maintaining your health, you know, like add working out in your routine. It doesn't mean that you go to the gym. You may not have membership, subscription, you know, fees and all that, but you can do some simple workouts at home. Those things are available everywhere, you know. Now the point here is, as you discovered that you're an eater, I'm someone who eats, you know, at the end of the day, it's also your health It's going to be not only your weight that is adding up, but also you can get unhealthy and even illnesses because you're not working out. So working out helps you to keep your body in like active, keep your body just your blood flowing, it even awakens your mind. Really, working out has a lot of benefits that people don't know. Find a simple workout, even if it's 5 minutes, that you can do every day. Trust me, there's a professor that I saw, he was like, an obese person who works out every day, and you people are saying that this person is obese and unhealthy, is actually more healthy than a small person, a tiny person that we see who doesn't work out at all. So for him, he says, put your body in motion such that you utilize what you ate. That's all. Like, not for the really sake of losing weight, because losing weight is also another mental kind of journey where you have to really set yourself and what. But at least keep up that workout lifestyle to avoid illnesses, to also keep your mind healthy. It even helps you to glow, works on your skin when you sweat every day, intentionally.
Sweating is really good,
Sweating is really good. So it's also a solution to that.
You're right. When it comes to appearance, another thing would be, maybe for those who can afford, go for massage and spa days and facial, whatever, I believe those are very relaxing. They are very helpful when it comes to someone's appearance. I mean, there are times where you're so fatigued, and for some reason you start, this kind of motion, right? But when you go and you have this very nice massage, you
feel like now your body is your body.
But mainly the facial.
The facial.
The facial is so good in, putting out any kind of chaff or dirt that, has been clogging in your skin, right? So for those who can afford, it's recommendable that you do that. And even if maybe it's not really within your budget, but maybe a girl's outing or something, you guys can plan that, and you're like, you guys were going for a facial, and you get that done. Possible.
These things have a lot of benefits, but now we have only overlooked at the women's side because our experience is for women, but also men need to take care of themselves. Their appearance matters, just as we have spoken about it with the women. Your appearance matters. When we talk about the hair, we expect you to have a really well kept hair. Have your haircuts at your regular times that you do them. Look good, trim your beards. All those kind of things that make you look good. First of all, discover also what looks good on you. We don't expect you to be the kind of person that we are seeing in the memes that we are laughing at. These men who they show us, and they are grown, they have big stomachs like this, and then they are wearing jeans that are so tight like this. Those kind of memes. So we don't expect you to be the memes. So we expect you to take care of yourself. Your stomach is growing big, because for the men don't usually grow fat. It's usually their stomach that
goes out of shape.
It denies them. And then they find that they have to work on it to also look good, to also be, first of all, that for them they're not the flowers. So for them, what are they looking good for? Who are they?
So guys, that was just a reminder to let you know that you can be good looking and outstanding regardless of your budget.
And then you also don't need to have to look like others. You don't need to have to necessarily copy. You can still be yourself and still look good and in your own style.
Yes, as long as you identify what works for you and works for you best.
What looks good on you, what flatters you, what doesn't look good on you. Identify all that. What works on your skin, what doesn't work on your skin. So ultimately, all these things, you need to be intentional. You know, you need to make your resolution and say, you know what, I'm not looking fake again. Even if I'm going to the market, even if I'm going just outside there to pick a delivery, even if I'm going, you know, somewhere near, I need to look good, because you never know who you will meet. You never know. It's not only about searching, about opportunities as well. You can land on someone important and you miss on an opportunity because you can't present yourself to them since you're wearing a certain kind of way. You can't tell them that, you know what, I am this, you know, and all that. So anyways, ultimately you need to make that decision intentionally.
Yeah, be intentional about your appearance, how you look, and everything else.
And we shall see it because it's displayed.
Yeah. So guys, that's it from us.